That's a polypaternos that hasn't seen the water, so that can stay.
I'm still saying don't come in.
That's got to be it, hasn't it, though? Wavy, wavy. See how much of a delay there is. That's got to be it. Yeah.
Right, okay. I've muted the sound so you don't get feedback.
Okie dokie, thank you. You just sort of keep one eye on the chat, make sure I'm not missing messages or anything like that. Oh, that one person will be you, won't it? Yeah. Who's in but not saying anything. But it'll be you. That's a... Oh, yeah, that's a bit rusty. That can go. Right, yeah, it is you. Don't like throwing things away, but... Oh, hello everybody. Some spare hook lengths, I'll keep them. All the stalkers and skulkers say hi. That one wants to go. Yeah, they both want to go. Okay. Lots of rigs to make. Shooby-doo. Oh, that rig I think was responsible for the smell in my box. There must have been a little bit of worm left on it. Jesus, that must be old. I've not made rigs using orange line for years. Burnable at the moment, isn't it? I can just... That's fine. It's all combustible. Burn the hooks, make them rot fast.
Don't burn my box. It's my bin.
What?
Don't burn my box, it's my bin.
I wouldn't burn the box. I'll print a bin for down here. I'll print 2 desk bins next week. Or when I'm back at work, I'll print 2 desk bins. Right, what we're going to do, pulley pedals. A bit line here. Why am I diddle-dins? A bit CCTV notifications. Who's lurking? Say hello.
Oh, there's 3. 2 minus me.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, Jesus, I've been offline for like 5 months, 4 months. I don't really expect anybody to turn up, but it'd be nice. I don't really think anybody will. I think everybody will have unsubscribed or cancelled the notifications. YouTube surely won't be showing people that I'm back. So it's 2 OJ hooks. No. Do I can't even remember now. 2 circles. Does that go with a 3 hook? I can't remember. Or is it the other way around? No, it's that way around. Okay. Do I have any 1 circles to go with some 2 hooks? Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Damn it. Get them used up. Save the 3Os for later in the year when the cod really start showing. Although, my latest, before I went offline, my latest shipment from Sakuma doesn't seem to be here. Oh, hang on.
Didn't you stick that in with your Trident rigs?
No, well, not all of it. No, they sent me loads, but they sent me largely bait holder hooks. Excuse me. 3O circles. Found them.
Oh dear, it's just
Everybody left. Oh well, I don't really care. I just thought, you know.
I'm your number one fan.
Just thought I'd go live, you know.
That's sad.
I'd see you do better. Right, so I've got hooks, I've got my line. I can't even remember what I need these days. I need pulley beads. So, oh, I did run everything down. I really did run everything down. I've made this live, I might not even be able to stay live. I might not have enough. Oh, I do. Loads of Dynaforms, that's good. Beads. Oh, a couple of old school pulley beads as well. Normal beads. What else do I need? Rig clips. No bait clips. No bait clips. Use bait clips instead. Because I don't have to use a clip down there if I don't have one to hand. Hello again, everybody. All you quiet people out there. All messages are visible. There we go. That should be everything I need. I can't remember how to do this now. Oh, swivels. I need some swivels. Do I have any swivels? Not many. Do I need swivels? Yes, I do. Ding. Riveting stuff, this. Oh, not puller anymore. I lost that.
Cod bite says easy.
Who does?
Cod bites.
Oh, Jimmy's on. And Andrew. Jimmy and Andrew, welcome. Hi. Just making some short pulleys. Finally getting my arse in gear and going out tomorrow, so gone through all my rigs and everything's rusty. Myself included. I can't even remember. No, right. Yeah. Swivel at the end. I don't know, Andrew. I'm alright, Jimmy. How are you doing? I thought you were going out tonight, Jim. Am I doing this right with a pulley on it? It's been that long. It's been that long. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can remember how to tie a pulley panel rig. Swivel to main line. Oh, you're premiering tonight, aren't you? Oh, I have. I've cocked that up. I know what I've got. Yeah, that's all right.
Cod Whisperers. Hi.
Hi, Cod Whisperer. That's got everybody's names left me, Cod Whisperer. I mean, to be fair, if I saw you every Tuesday, I still wouldn't remember your name. Guess I'm just terrible with names.
Just finished.
Ah, right, your live's just finished, hasn't it? That's I need to find a pulley rig to remind myself how to tie a pulley rig. Perhaps I shouldn't have been so hasty as to put all this in the bin, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, there's one. Yeah, I did. I did used to use a swivel to the hook snood. I thought I did. Right, that's fine. I remember now. I remember now. Only a little bit longer on you. Only about 3 foot. By the time I've tied everything, it'll be down at 2. Find me decent nail snips or scissors, but I can't find them.
All your nail clippers are in your tidy above your small screen.
Oh, there's my decent scissors.
I tidied, remember?
Yeah, so nothing's where I leave it.
Scattered everything around the room.
Everything's been moved. Tony tidied the office, so everything's been put away, or as I like to call it, moved. So I can't find anything now.
Everything's where it's supposed to be. Where you planned it to be.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, though, is it?
Mm.
John, sorry, John. I forget which one of my kids is called which, so they all just get called, you know, when you're shouting and you run through everybody's name before you get to the one that you want. That's me. What's numbers got to do with that?
That's what we normally shout. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, right, yeah. Child 1, child 2, child 3. And just see which one turns up. How's the fishing down everybody's way? We know Jimmy had an alright night last night. Not last night? Yeah, it was last night. It was last night's video that's gone live today, isn't it? Andrew, you're down north-ish coast of Wales. How's it down there? The cod starting to show yet? John, once again, sorry, you'll have to remind me where you are. I think, are you on our coast now? Are you on Holderness now? Or am I thinking of another Cod Whisperer?
Northeast.
You're northeast. Was it you I was gonna... Do you do Roker? I've seen a lot of people fishing Roker. I thought they shut that off last year. Plenty of blondes.
Northumberland.
A few cod being caught on the boats, not in numbers yet. So yeah, same as here really. There's a few coming into the coast. But it's a bit early, but I predicted an early run. I thought we might get an early blush of cod. And it looks like at the moment, looks like that might be what's happening. am I going to go fancy and put bloody do for what's it silicon tubing on? I don't even know if I've got any silicon tubing anymore.
I've not seen any.
No, there it is. No, I think that's neoprene. Neoprene or silicon? Yeah, it's silicon. I could use that if I want to. That's a bit thick. I used to have some red stuff. Since I've decided I wasn't going to make rigs anymore, that's slightly thinner, that's better. Since I've decided I wasn't going to make rigs anymore, I haven't really bought anything, so I'm just sort of coming together from rigs that I've from bits that I've got. Been loads of adult coming off the South Bank, Jimmy, but you won't know that because you don't travel south. You've not got your vaccinations or something. You're afraid of travelling south of Umbria. You're afraid they won't let you back in, aren't you? That's what it is. I'll try something different. I saw on, not Angling Ambition, because that's Di. I saw on somebody's video, doesn't have it down, does it? But I saw on somebody's video, he actually ended his pennel rig. It's what I normally do on a pennel rig is I normally have the circle hook up on the line. You're not too spoilt for venues on that side. They're much better on this side. But what he actually did was he ended his pulley rig with a circle hook. But what he did to enable him to clamp onto his bait is he did the old paper clip, which I don't think we've got any paper clips, have we?
Nope.
He did the old paper clip wrapped around the hook to clamp the bait. Now, I might actually be able to pick up some paper clips tomorrow, so I'm thinking I might do a J-hook on the line. Or shall I do double circle hook? But yeah, no, he'd ended his pennel rig with a circle, as opposed to what I would normally end it with, which would be a J-hook on the bottom, because you've got the shank to whip your bait on with. But I suppose for cocktail baits it'd be fine, but then with a big cocktail bait behind it, the whole point behind a circle hook is as the cod tries to shake it out, it turns and goes into corner at lip, isn't it? With a big bait whipped onto it, is it still going to be able to do that? Don't know. Don't know what to do now. Because normally on a pennel rig you catch on the top hook, don't you? Which is why I normally have the circle on the top. But theoretically with this method, no way all these are the same size. Theoretically with this method you could do double circle. I'm going to make one up, and I'm going to make one up double circle, and then I'm going to test it. That's all I can do, isn't it? And see how it holds onto the bait. But that's, well, you have got a point there, Les. You know, but I do like trying new things, and I mean you don't get much more simple than a pulley rig, but the hook layout. Yeah, I think I'm going to try. I'm going to make one up and just see how well it holds onto the bait. See whether or not it, you know, it twists and turns, and whether the hook turns into the bait and makes the hook redundant. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to put some silicone on because I like holding my hooks in place with a piece of silicone. It really is easy. It's a bit fiddly when you make the rig, but other than that, Yeah, yeah, dongle. Thing about fishing. You know the wall, don't you, Andrew? I'm sure you've fished it. I'm sure you've been up and fished it, haven't you? When you've come up for matches and stuff like that. The thing about the wall is you need to be able to, in the hope that you hook into a fish, as I'm sure Les can attest to this with the amount of time he spends on the wall. When you hook onto a fish, you want that fish. If your fish can help you get your your weight up, then, let it help you get the weight up. So that's why a pulley rig is so good for fishing on the wall. Not because it particularly catches a lot of fish, but because it helps make sure you can retrieve it. Now, I did fish with a Paternoster rig last year, quite a lot on the wall. Well, I say quite a lot, I didn't go that much, but when I did go, I did fish with a Paternoster rig on the wall, and I was quite often snagging up on the front ledge of the wall. So it wasn't ideal. Excuse me. So I said to myself this year I was going to go back to just using pulley rigs. Which is what I'm doing. So that's how I like to do it, just with a piece of silicone over the shank of the hook. And it just stops you having to twist. Traditionally you do that with your line and hook it into the back of your bait. Just stops you having to do that. And then the bottom hook, it's going to be pointless snelling it or perfection looping it, because it's not going to be loose. Because you're going to have to whip it into the side of the bait. Let's give it a go, eh? Let's give it a go. See if we can catch one on a double circle hook. Cheers, Andrew. Appreciate that. Oh, you mean the bottom bays? Yeah, no, then. No, thing about it is, Andrew, as well, sorry, not Andrew, Les, is the moment that somebody falls on those bottom bays, the moment anybody has to have emergency services to get them out of those bays, is the moment they'll close access to the wall. Yeah, that's what I've done. Some rig tubing on the top hook. Just makes it easy. Yeah. So I keep saying to people that keep saying, "Oh, I'll jump up and down on them rocks all day long." I say, yeah, but that's fine, all right. You do you. But be aware, the moment somebody falls is the moment they'll close access, because they'll say, "Oh no, it's too risky now. It's too much health and safety risk," and they'll remove access. So, but sometimes you just can't educate pork, can you? Got remembering how to tie that pulley pennel rig was a lot harder than it should have been.
It has been over a year.
It has been over a year since I tied one of these, yeah. I need somebody to put a video out about how to make a pulley pennel. Oh no, wait, I've done two. There. So we'll experiment with that one. I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to East Alton tomorrow. At least that's the plan. Once again, to all the people that crash, I can't get on the wall when I want to get on the wall. You just got to go with a plan, haven't you? So I'm going. The plan is to go to East Alton and try to get Bay 56, sort of that area, and climb over and fish, because you get about 4 hours either side at tide if you climb over. Failing that, we'll try Immingham, and we'll be aiming for the bigger bays, because it's me and Marcus. It's not ideal, the tide's a bit big, but I'll just fish close in. Failing that, we might go to Goxhill, or failing that, might just go to North Wall. What was that? Show me the chats again. I was there the other night, blanked. there was a £6 cod pulled out at Bay 56 last night, Les. And I've seen evidence, it's not made up. So they are there, and the sea gets a bit unruly the closer we get to the weekend. I think I was talking to Shane earlier, and he said that the Holderness coast is forecast 2.5 metre swell by the weekend. So I think the fish are going to be higher up. So I don't know. I just, you know, the thing is, if the cod are in the river, they're going to be all up and down that stretch. How'd you have 4.1? I mean, if they're there, they're there. If you're in Bay, if you're right up top end of East Alton, you're only, what, as the river goes, you're only, what, 500 yards away from Bay, from woods and wasteland. So if they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. You know, you can only catch what's in front of you. It's like, you know, all these people that are, you know, that are sort of, and I appreciate there are people that need bays for various reasons, that, you know, they need them for the access, and, you know, I completely understand that, being one that benefits from that myself. But then you've got them that just complain, oh, I couldn't get a bay. Well, you know, fish don't know where bays are, do they? Fish go where fish go, and if they're there, they're there. If they're in front at bay, great. If they're not, they're between the bays. Don't really matter, does it? They're going to be there somewhere. Apologies if I'm missing your chats. YouTube keep changing it so that you don't see all the chat at any one given time. There's Jimmy. Sorry, Andrew, I didn't see that back bit of your message about dongles being good for rays but not good for cod. I managed one cod on a dongle rig last year. But yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I prefer pulley or a straight paternoster, 2-hook paternoster, or a 2-hook flapper, which I might tie some of. But my plans as it goes is to do somewhere on the wall tomorrow. Let's go with somewhere on the wall. And then Bonkers Cleethorpes on Saturday night. And then, but Saturday night's subject to change, because I might be meeting up with Shane and the boys and going somewhere on the whole coast. I don't know, but we'll see. Even still, it'll be the river, because, like I said, the sea's meant to be whipped up. And then I don't know what next week's brings. So I've got 2 weeks off. So I'm trying to get at least 2 or 3 trips in, as Tony will attest to. I mean, it's not for what lack of trying to get out through the summer, has it been, Tony? It's just always been
health, kids. Yeah, there's been all sorts. It's just every obstacle under the sun has just stopped me. So ultimately, what I've decided to do is I pretty much knock spring summer beach fishing on the head, and I'll pretty much do spring summer pike lure and freshwater, with a little bit of bass fishing, because those of you that know that I like my bass for the table. When I can get them, yeah. And then winter will be cod fishing, maybe with a little bit of remnant river fishing thrown in for the barbel. Because when I say freshwater, I'm only doing wild water, as I suppose would be the right term to use. So rivers, canals, things like that. No pruned lakes, no fisheries. Although I will say Murfield water, the stretch that I fished for the barbel this year, and was successful. I've had my first barbel. They do stock their water to some extent, but not just with bait fish really. They don't stock it with. That's wrong. I'm sure these hooks have got mixed up. They don't stock it with barbel and things like that. Just with silverfish, bait fish. So, and I might try dead baiting this winter as well. Not sure yet. And then I've also been working away behind the scenes on a new channel project, on a new channel altogether. I've got some dedicated people in here, some dedicated fans, some long-time subscribers, so I'll run it past you now. Les, I'll come round to that in a minute. I'm starting, is channel the right word? New channel. Ow.
It's a joint channel, isn't it?
But yeah, it's gonna be. I've not ironed out the kinks yet, so you're gonna have to bear with me, and that's why I haven't launched it yet. I wanted to launch it this summer with Shane, but it's gonna be. I'm kind of undecided, so I think I'll ask. I'm kind of asking for a bit of feedback here on what you guys think. There's a lot of people that have always reached out to me because I've always said I'll help. I don't mind helping people. If they want to launch a channel, I'll help you launch a channel. If they want to start sea fishing, I'll help you start sea fishing. So with the launch of with me now fishing technically three different types of fishing, so lure fishing, barbel fishing, and of course, what do they call it, specialist specimen, I can't remember. Anyway, that barbel fishing, with me now doing the three different disciplines, I thought to myself, well, why don't I start a new channel? So I have. It's called OnlyFins. There's no content on it yet, but it's called OnlyFins. And my thought process for that one is going down one of two avenues. And this is a bit I'd like a bit of feedback on. I'm tempted to do a channel where basically, once again, I have to iron out the kinks, anybody can put content on there, as long as it's fishing related and within the community guidelines. Therein lies a bit of the problem, really, because I have to rein in the swearing, and even then a lot of it makes it into videos. And that's just the tip of the iceberg on the community guidelines. But if you don't or can't or are not interested in learning how to edit, my thought process is, within reason, you'll be able to send me the footage, I'll make a video out of it, and I'll put it on channel for you. And you can put it, I'll send you a video, you can put it on your own channel, you do what you want with it. But, if you send me a video to edit, then it's on the premise that it's to go on OnlyFins. It can be a blog about fishing, it can be a fishing trip, it can be out on a boat, it can be freshwater fishing, it can be carp fishing, doesn't matter. As long as it's to do with some sort of fishing, it can go on channel. My other thought is to make OnlyFins a little bit more private. So still obviously public content, but make it so that not everybody can upload content, and do something like and document everything, and have a few different dedicated fishing content providers. Shane's interested in joining, and I know a few of the other lads are interested in joining in on it. Whereby you will have access to upload your own videos, and the aim is we'll do lives together, we'll do videos together, all that kind of thing. And that's the other avenue. So one avenue is open to anybody to put videos on, as long as it's fishing related and within community guidelines. And you can either edit it and put it up yourself, and then I will set it to public once I've checked it. Or if getting into YouTube is something you've been interested in but you don't know how to edit, you send me the rough content and I will edit together a video out of it. It will go on OnlyFans. You will also get your own copy to do with what you want. The details are to be ironed out, like I said. Don't be thinking, oh, well, what's he going to do about money, blah, blah, blah. Well, when it comes to the money of YouTube, you've got to be in the realms of having several 100,000 subscribers and tens of thousands of views per video to actually make money. So that's not really a topic that's worth discussing anytime soon. And if that's all you're interested in, don't bother. Don't bother, because it's a long road to make money on YouTube. It's a long road to be self-sufficient on YouTube. I know, love or hate him. Take John Locker, for example. He only went full-time YouTube. He was only able to quit his full-time job just before COVID, I think it was. And he only went full-time YouTube then. And he was at nearly half, I think, no. He were at nearly 100 or nearly 200,000 subscribers when he was able to afford to quit his full-time job and go full-time YouTube. I think he's since reverted on that position. I think he's now actually working again, but I don't know. So if you're getting into YouTube and thinking all about making money and having sponsors and blah blah blah, don't, because it's a long road. But yeah, no, that was just my thoughts about another channel that would be community focused, where people could come along, put their own content on. People could have content published by me. People could have, and then we'd have things like podcasts and lives that weren't from the bank, that were discussing fishing topics, maybe with guest speakers or anybody, like the TikTok style, where anybody can really join in and say their piece, sort of within reason, and that be on that channel. Once again, One Man and His Rod has always just been a bit of a pet project of mine, a bit of something to for me to indulge one of my hobbies, which is the video editing and the PC side of things. It's not just about the fishing, as well as keeping a video diary for myself and then anybody else who chooses to watch it. Lion, bad idea giving everyone access to the back end of the channel. You'll be able to upload their own videos. It's asking for trouble. You can give permissions inside of YouTube where people are only able to upload their own content and control only their own content. So it could feasibly be an issue. I do see exactly where you're coming from. It should be manageable, but yeah, it is a thought I've had, Lion. It is something that I think you might be on the money there. That might be what will stop me doing a community channel. But we shall. But I don't know. I need to look at it a little bit more. Right, just let me go back over a couple of the other channels, a couple of the other questions. Les, is Marcus going with me tomorrow? Yeah, Marcus is coming tomorrow. Always fancied fishing down there. John, always fancied fishing down where? Oh, Roker. Is that refers to what I'm talking about earlier? Well, if you ever fancy it, let me know, because if you know about access and stuff like that, I'd love to check it out at some point. For me, tomorrow will be fixable. It's all I've got now. I sold all my multiplier stuff because I just, like I said, decided that I'm going to take a step back on the sea fishing. Have I tried the NGK fish fixables off Temu yet? I have not. At the moment, touch wood, I've no reason to. I've got two very good Shimano. I can't remember what they are now. Oh, I can't remember what they are. Not the really expensive Shimanos, but I've got two good Shimano reels. Dan over at Hull Reel Servicing, he looks after them for me. He does a great job of looking after them for me. I'll address that in a minute, Graham. Ultegras, that's them. Well done. He does a great job of looking after them for me. He upgrades all the bearings, he greases them all, cleans them all out. They're due to go to him after this cod season, so. But I can't recommend him enough. Great guy, great fella. And if you've got the time, he'll service the reel there and then. It only takes about 10 minutes for him to do it, but it's, you know, as with anything, you're paying for his knowledge, so it's not cheap, but definitely worth it. I have serviced multipliers, but multipliers are a lot less complicated on the inside than fixed spools are, with all the worm gears and stuff. That if you don't put them back right, as in just right, you can knack your reel. So I don't do fixed spools, but yeah, he's a good lad. He's Dan over at Hull Reel Servicing. He specialises, he does all sorts of fixed spools and bait runners and all that. He just doesn't do multipliers. So if you are thinking about it, and if you are in the area, do check him out. It's on Facebook. Right, what was that you said, Graham? You're coming from Brazil. Hope you're well. Back from Brazil, back to Morecambe. I'm hoping that was a holiday and you've not chosen to move from Brazil to Morecambe. Because if that was a choice you made for living...
Why?
Why? Why would you move from Brazil to Morecambe? Just think of all the coffee and cocaine you could have had.
You're a good boy now.
Yeah, I know I am, but we're all allowed to dream, are we not? What time am I heading down tomorrow? Offshore oil. All right. All right, fair enough. Still, I bet, do they allow you to fish off the rigs? Technically, you're in international waters, so everything I said still applies. Although no, the rigs themselves are classed as land to a country, aren't they? They're not international. What time am I heading down tomorrow? I'm aiming to get there about 3-4 o'clock. Great tackle shop in Morecambe. No, I haven't been to Morecambe. No, I have been to Morecambe.
You have?
Yeah, I mean, it's Jerry's in Morecambe, isn't it? Hey up, John, you alright? Has any more plans been made for Saturday? Because at the moment I'm making some completely different plans. All because you're worried about scraping underside of your car. What you need to do is go to Specsavers, because those potholes ain't small. You can drive around them. Graham, I would love to take you up on that, mate, but the moment you cut those engines on that boat, the very second you cut them, I turn green and my head goes over that side of the boat and it doesn't come back until we are moving again. And I have tried and tried every over-the-counter remedy, every old wives' tale remedy, and nothing. Yeah, just get Shane to drive. Nothing helps. I'm
Free chum.
Yeah. So if you're going shark fishing, buy me a steak dinner and I'll chump water for you for free. But yeah, no, I'd love, as much as I'd love to go boat fishing, it's not one. You can only take me shrimping. Hey, listen, I don't have a problem with going shrimping. I love me some shrimp. You reckon, Les? At that time? On a Wednesday? Two, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Is East Dalton really that busy at the moment during the week? I mean, I can go earlier, it's not a problem. I'd just like to not sit and do nothing while the tide comes in. Andrew, yeah, no, the reason I've not put any videos up is because I haven't really been fishing. I've done some freshwater fishing, but I kind of wanted to settle into that before I started videoing. Because there's a lot more sort of fish care and a lot more people that will crucify you for doing the basics wrong if you get them wrong. So I want to make sure I got that right. And then when I have planned sea fishing trips, I've basically ill health, either my own, my partner's, or the children, have just absolutely scuppered me going out for 4 or 5 months now. I've been really poorly, and I've had to face the fact that I ain't going to get any better as I'm getting older and fatter.
I don't know who's worse, you or Cody?
So, yeah, I've had a bit of an awakening over the last sort of 4 or 5 months as to my limitations, and it's been troublesome. I've also had a bit of a battle on at work that's caused a bit of depression, but you know, who doesn't have that issue? But she's now over and done with. You've been going down there 7 hours before tide. Is that at Immingham though, or is that at East Dalton? Because I know Immingham gets busy, but East Dalton's normally quieter. You went up last week. Was that a midweek? And I think it was earlier tides, wasn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, Les, it's like I say, you go with a plan, don't you? If you can't get one place, there's 4 or 5 others you can fish if you know what you're doing. So if I can't get it, I can't get it. Like I say, I'll quite happily walk down to the North Wall. That's no odds to me. At least if I go to North Wall, I've got a free drink with Costa. And I drive past the Costa to get to North Wall, so... Is it a Costa? Oh no, it's a Starbucks, isn't it? Oh well. I'd say get a free coffee at McDonald's, but what they serve isn't coffee. I mean, it's barely food, so why would the coffee be any better? I think it's going to be hit and miss, isn't it? North Wall, Les. Right. How well do you know Grimsby? Because it's classed as Grimsby, innit? Even though I think it's Cleethorpes, but it's classed as Grimsby. So for North Wall, where I park, there's a vape shop called Kick Ash as you're heading towards Cleethorpes, and I generally turn left. Yeah, Fuller Street. That's exactly. I park down the end of Fuller Street, or you can go to the next one where the new bridge has been built. If you're in for if you want a bit more of a walk. But yeah, I generally park down Fuller Street. Never had any problem down there. I know some people have. I haven't. But, you know, you have to go down there to be respectful of people that live there, and don't forget to tuck your wing mirrors in, because they will take them off. No. Although, I'm saying no, bear in mind it's been almost a year since I've been. So, yeah, do with that information what you will. But yeah, go over Dogpoo Bridge, over the Blue Bridge, and then really, it's a case of how far down do you want to walk. Usually, I'll go to the first blockhouse, or I'll fish by the gate. But it's going to be one of the last few places that we're going to have access to for that stretch of water, now that the salmon farm has been cancelled, because they found some shrew or something, or some vole in the wasteland behind it. They can't build the salmon farm there now. Because you're a realist, Les. You know full well as I do. It is only a matter of time before we don't have access on Immingham. That's the long and short of it. We're not going to have access forever. It is going to get taken away. So, I mean, between the docks, the new dock expansion, and the rocks being put all the way down the wall, access is just going to be an absolute nightmare, isn't it? So you're going to have to learn. People are going to have to learn new areas. And if everybody floods to places like Goxhill, I mean, East Alton's slightly different. Although apparently they have been kicking they have been kicking cars off East Alton, which I looked it up. They can legally do that because it's a bridle way. Yeah, it was some shrew or bird or something that they found in the ground. I'm planning, like I said, to get there about, tides at 5-6ish, I think. So I'm planning to get, actually no, if 5-6ish, I do need to get there earlier, don't I? Les, what time's tide tomorrow? Tomorrow evening. What time's I tide? Have I done my maths wrong? Am I that out of practice that I can't even do?
Wouldn't surprise me.
No, it won't surprise me either. You're so supportive, you.
Yep. 7.
Right. What's half 7 take off 4 hours? Okay, brain has completely died.
3.
3. So no, getting there about right. Okay, so I need to get there a bit earlier than that then.
Not by much.
No, I'm gonna have to set off after lunch though.
I'll make sure you're fed before you go. And you'll have a flask of tea.
Thank you.
See, I am supportive. I make sure you're fed.
Well, yeah, but you're supportive, but you're abusive as well.
I give as good as I get.
Well, you knew what you were getting into. It's not as if you didn't know me beforehand. It is a 7 metre tide. That's why I wasn't going to do East Alton. It's a bit high for there, but I'd rather fish Bay 18, but we can't do that anymore. Graham, welcome back to Morecambe. See you later. I might be fishing over there. Bay 22, 23, that was the original plan actually, Les. The original plan was, is it 24? That's the big one. That was the original plan, but I can't be bothered setting off at 8 o'clock in the morning to get there for evening tide. So I might drive round, and if it's free, I'll jump in, but if it's not, I'll go to East Alton. I'm not bothered. I mean, my best cod have come close in at East Alton, so that's what I'll do. You know, sort of 20-30 yards out at East Alton, which is all you can cast on a 7 metre tide without it whipping round. But that's where I've had my biggest fish. So I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a play it by ear tomorrow. We've made plans, but they're subject to change. How many rigs I made? God, I'm tying these slowly. I make one more, and then that's it. One more pulley rig, and then that's it. Grass bank just past Wasteland. What are the woods? Could fish the woods, I suppose. I was trying to rack my brain earlier as to what height of tide is best for crossers, whether or not a six-ish, which is next weekend. Oh no, not the Wastelands. No, I hate fishing there. I know it produces some fish, but I hate it. I was racking my brain trying to remember what height of tide is safe to fish over the wall at the crossers. I couldn't remember, and I should have messaged you and asked you, because I completely forgot. I'm hoping a 6.6 is okay, which is I think what it is forecast for Saturday, because I'm close to convincing Shane and John and the lads from Hull to come over and fish it on Saturday. But there's a few of them to come over. You know what they're like. They won't come on their own. They get scared. John, I'll see you later, mate. It's good to be back. But there's 5 or 6 of them possibly to come over, which means finding somewhere with enough space is tricky. Past the Wasteland, round that right hand corner, the grass bank just to the left. Yeah, that's Yellow Crossers at the end of the wire fencing. Is it? Oh, it's been ages. It's been ages, Les. I'm sorry. So you go round past Bay 28, follow at the end of the wire fencing, you've got a little tuck in, and that's the stretch. That stretch there, where you can go over the wall, is what I call Yellow Crossers. John, it's been health, mate. But yeah, no, I do plan on getting more videos out more regularly. And hopefully doing more lives, now that the office is set up. And doing some lives from the bank during summer. I've got a lovely peg. Doesn't produce much barbel, but I've got a lovely peg to fish off and do lives from. For summer. Towards the woods, but not look past the Wasteland. I can't picture it.
Do I need to bring up Google Maps?
Night, John. If you want, it'd help. Just past the outflow. I'm sure that's the section I refer to as Yellow Crossers. But Mrs. is just bringing up Google Maps. I'll have a look on satellite view, see if I can remind myself.
Right. Where am I starting from? I'm over Grimsby at the minute.
Needs to be over Immingham.
Immingham Docks?
Right, give me a sec. I'll be right back. Live's still going to be here and I'm still going to be about. So yeah, DFDS, Immingham. So put satellite view on. Layers. Right, so zoom right in. Come other side at docks. Yeah, that side, sorry. Wasn't very descriptive. Keep going, keep going. stop
No.
there. So this is woods. That's wasteland. So it's here. Yeah, so I was wrong because the crosses are here. Down here, I think. So he's referencing this stretch here.
Which you've done before there.
Keep zooming a bit more. We're only going to be able to go so far, aren't we? There's the outflow. Yeah, I do know where you mean, Les. I do know where you mean. Well, I do now. Yeah, it doesn't have a name as such, that stretch, does it? But I have fished there a couple of times. But yeah, I was thinking crosses or somewhere, yes, basically somewhere from the crosses to the woods is where I was thinking. But like I said, I couldn't remember. I have to think about access to some old boys and Shane and whatnot, as his knee is completely shot. I have to think about them being able. I don't want them having to get up and down off a wall. So I'm just thinking if we can go I can't remember what the tide height is to be able to go over the wall and fish off the concrete and not have to climb back off. Yeah, but if the tide's not big enough, retrieving fish can be a bit of a ball like, can't it?
Too wide to go over.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It'd be too high to go over. Couldn't remember. I think it's around a 6'2" to 6'5" you want, isn't it, to fish off there? Because plus, I'm not going to traipse them all over Timmingham Wall for a short session. If it were me, I'd go fish down on the rocks over low water and then move up to there over medium water and then see where I can squeeze in over high water. But yeah. So I don't know. It might not be one for this weekend. I might suggest cod cornering Hull. Every once in a while you just get a piece of silicone and just won't go over the hook. And a message from Scott. What's he want? Be okay at the woods. Fished a yellow cross on Sunday on a smaller tide. Was hard work, but had an easterly helping it run. Maybe. That's not one for tomorrow, it's one for this. It's a decision to be made by the weekend. I really want to go try out Bonkers for cod. I think it's going to be one of those locations that nobody talks about. Well, I've got a little bit of information that already tells me it's one of those locations. It is a long walk, but it's worth it when you get sort of 8 hours fishing, if you go on the right tide. So that's the other thing that I have to consider when I do come sea fishing, is I'm right slap bang in middle of country. Night, Andrew. So it has to be a long, worthwhile session. 4 to 5 hours. Well, I spend that long driving, or I can't do too tight. I'll have a look at it, Les. But I can't do too tides. So 4 or 5 hours fishing realistically doesn't cut it. Bay 56, if you go over the wall and fish the flood, you get around 4 hours of the flood, and then as much of the ebb as you want to fish, up to 4 hours down. So you get up to 8 hours once again at 56. Same as at sort of at 28. You need a bigger flask, Les. It's in a 2 litre. Right, that's all I'm tying. 4 rigs, provided I don't jinx myself and break them all. I'll snag them all. 4 rigs should be enough. If not, Marcus has got about 50, so I'll be fine either way. So, where is it not silty in the Humber? It's not always as silty. But yeah, I'll have a look at it. We'll see what will be tomorrow. Was the 2 nights ago? Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I like a quiet life, so we'll see. Right, I'm going to call that a night. We've had an hour. I've made some rigs. My gear's ready. I need to go through my filming gear now and make sure that's charged. So I'll say good night, God bless, stay safe, tight lines, and you'll see me at the weekend in a video. So hopefully, if not, something's gone really wrong. Take care, Les. It's been lovely to talk to everybody. Night, everyone.